Boom, baby. We are live and welcome to the MLD YouTube Tour Review Show. It's been a while. How's everybody doing? I am back in Tokyo, kind of getting in the swing of things here. And just reviewing everything that happened in America, my observations and the whole 9 yards. So it's good to be back. Hope you guys are doing well on this Monday morning here on YouTube. What a tour. What a time to be alive. Good Lord. Yeah, man, it was pretty crazy, guys. I gotta say, I learned a lot on this tour. I learned a lot, and yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely rusty right now. I'm like super streamer rusty. Um, you know, it's really just wild to like be back and just see what's been happening. So if you take a look at the channel, obviously you probably see we're at 120,000 subscribers here on the channel. That has mainly come from the shorts and everything that's been going on. This everything going super viral. So I want to do a couple channel maintenance things and talk to you guys about what I want to do moving forward here. So I don't know, dude. Can you guys tell I'm like socially like streamer awkward? It's like literally been over a month since I've live streamed. Woosaw says, my man, how can you not go insane after talking to those brain dead women? Yeah, that chick was pretty retarded, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to you. Look at Miley, bro. It looks like you're new. Shout out to A Boogie who's in the house. What's up with you, man? Yeah, guys. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So just breathe. You got this. Thanks, beautiful. Chotsky says, you're back, Money Muscles game frame. Yeah, it's on the wall. Yeah, fucking A, mate. So, where do we even start? All right. Well, first things first. If you're watching this far into the episode, I am doing something that I'm considering something, okay? And I do need you guys to do me a favor and vote. Voting is important because it is totally necessary for me to make the right choice moving forward for you guys. Here's the deal. Since I've been doing the show, since we started on January 21st, 2019, I have been doing this show at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. Okay. So let me show you what's going on. If you take a look at my community tab here, I put out a poll and it says here, what do you prefer for my live streams? 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, been like this since 2019. That right there is coming in at 33%. And then 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm considering this, and that's at 67%. Here's the reason why I'm considering it. The number one reason is because honestly, my sleep schedule is totally out of whack since I do these streams here. So you're right now in America, it's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's your Monday morning. It is my Monday night at 11 p.m. So typically I stream 3, 4, 5 hours, whatever the case may be, right? And then I end up going to bed anywhere between like
shut up and take my money.
3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 a.m., right? So personally, since I've been back into Japan, I've got back to Japan on Tuesday, and I've literally, like last night, I went to bed at 10:30 p.m. and I woke up this morning 6:30 a.m. and I felt fantastic. Ugh, excuse me. As you can see, I'm pretty tired right now. I'm looking at making the change, but ultimately, what I'm going to do is what you guys want me to. And there's some people voting here on this thing, but you guys watching me now, the core audience, you're the ones that I mainly want to cater to. So please do me a favor, vote here and then also leave a comment explaining your rationale. Okay, please do that. Let me know. Okay. Shout out to Ragnar Odinson with the 199 super chat. Says congrats on smashing 304s and 100K. Thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate it. Really, really, really do. Yeah, man. So let me know what you guys are thinking about that, and I just going to give my kind of give my take on everything. Okay. So obviously, if you missed out, I went on a huge. I'm not picking my nose. I pierced my nose in Toronto. Can you guys see that? So it's like it's kind of itchy right now. I'm definitely not picking my nose. It's itching because it's freshly pierced. Right. So I'm trying to think what I should do moving forward because if I can continue 9 a.m., it's gonna be fine. So the tour, right? So the tour was obviously a massive success. On that tour, on my channel alone, we got close to 40 million views on that tour alone. Okay. So that was just one part of it. But I mean, if you take all of, excuse me, if you take all of the clips, all of the shows I was on, all of everything during that time, I mean, there are channels clipping memes of me that are like going giga viral right now, dude. Like I probably have been seen over 100 million times during the tour. Okay. This is the extent of how crazy it is. So there's a lady that I used to live with, and she's an older woman, and she's in Japan. I used to live in the same building as her, and her name is irrelevant, so I'm not gonna say it. But anyways, she's an older woman. She's like in her early 50s, maybe late 40s. And this morning she texted me and she was like, "Hey, long time no see. Just so you know, my yoga students here in Japan are watching you right now." When I was in Toronto, I was in the jacuzzi and like this random, like I was staying with Justin Mark at his apartment building, and this random black dude like made eye contact with me like through these like glass walls, and then he was up in the gym. Then he came down to the jacuzzi, and I was just like, dude, who the fuck is this guy? Like, this motherfucker crazy? Is he on drugs? What the fuck? And this guy came up to me. He's like, "Bro, I saw you on Fresh and Fit." And I was just like, and I was in the nightclub, and another black dude came up on me and was like, "Yo, dude, I saw you roasting some crazy chick, the girl on the whatever podcast." So the tour was a massive success in regards to getting the reach out. Ultimately, YouTube still has a problem with converting people from shorts to live stream content people, right? Because we like obviously I have 120 blah 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 million people, 121,000 subscribers right now. We got 82 people watching me live right now. So the biggest problem I'm trying to solve as a business is getting people here to the live streams, right? So that's one thing that I'm looking at, trying to grow the live stream numbers. And ultimately, and it's not like it's not a greed thing, it's not anything like that. It's just I just want my message to get out to as many men as possible to help as many people as possible. So there's that. So the overall though, like the tour was a massive success. Okay. Eric says right here, you brought much needed energy to the whatever podcast. Brian doesn't call out the women on their bad behavior often enough. Yeah, because he, okay, well, let's just go into America. Well, let's just talk about this, okay? So I will say this. After spending a month in America, going around, talking to people, meeting people, okay, America is not as bad as you guys are making it out to be. Not you guys there, but I will say that I think that America is like, crap and blah, blah, blah. I think it's a little overdone. I think it's a little overblown, to be honest with you guys. I really don't think it's this terrible, awful place that everybody is like, you know, making it out to be. Um, I do think it's possible to find a decent woman in America. Hard, but possible. And I do think it is definitely doable to make a good life in America. I will say that. Okay. Um, Now let's dial back to some of the bad things that I've noticed. Okay. One thing, and now this could possibly be a me thing, but I don't think it is. But I will say this. Oh, Wendy Jesus, my friend. Look at her, my best friend. Good morning, MLD. Your message is reaching men out there because you're being consistent in your posts and your actions. Thanks so much, love. Right? I will say this, okay? In America, wherever I went, and wherever I ate, my stomach reacted very badly. Actually, on this trip, um, I lost how many pounds is that? I lost I lost 4 kilograms. So that's like almost 10 pounds, I believe, right? I lost some serious weight when I was over there because I would just eat something and my body would just blow up. Okay. Um, it would just get huge. And I'm talking my stomach, I would get bloated. Okay. Something is seriously wrong with the food in America. I will tell you guys that. Okay. Um, I think that it was like, and it wasn't just wasn't it, it was in Miami, it was in Orlando, it was in Dallas, it was in California, it was in Las Vegas, it was in friggin' Canada too. Not as I'll tell you this, so my stomach did not act up as bad in Canada. Okay. But something was seriously affecting my stomach and my digestion when I was in America. And here's the thing, I've been back in Japan. Okay. I've been eating pasta. Yesterday I ate pasta and meat sauce. Okay. No problem. I had shrimp scampi that I cooked for this weekend. And that was oil, excuse me, not oil, butter, pasta, and shrimp. No problem. I ate fucking gummy bears. I ate stuff that was not necessarily the healthiest for me. I had some like, fried chicken strips from the convenience store the other day. But my stomach, totally fine. But when I'm in America, mate, something is seriously uh something seriously wrong with the food. Yeah, and then shout out to Miley. Looks like she's a new watcher here. She says, "Yep, that's why some of us only eat the food we cook. Super enzymes are a staple in my household." Yeah, absolutely. When I was in America, um, you know, when I was eating at home, I would go to Publix and get the green wise and cook those steaks and stuff like that. Um, my 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 food my stomach was completely fine. And people here, Chris Sanchez says, food in America is poison. Came back from Colombia, my stomach was wrecked for 3 weeks, nonstop bathroom trips, barely recovered a month later. That was me eating at home. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I gotta say, man, something's up with the food in the States, man. Something seriously is up. And you know what's funny is it made me feel backed up. It made me feel full and bloated, and it made me feel like the food kind of like put my digestion to a stop. That was really weird, man. It was really, really, really crazy. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta say, I don't think I'm crazy. I think something's up with the food there. Because like I've been in Japan like eating recklessly. I will full confession. One morning I woke up here. It was actually the first morning I got back. I was just so hungry. And I was so hungry, I was so tired, and I didn't want to get out of bed. So I did order Uber Eats. I ordered McDonald's, and I got like, a McGriddle thing and hash browns and orange juice, and I ate that, and that hurt my stomach. And I was just, my stomach was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Right. But then, I had Vietnamese food. I had all this food, and it here, and like I've been eating like a bunch of stuff, like whatever I want, really. The only thing that upset my stomach here was McDonald's. So I got to say, something is seriously wrong with food in America. Seriously wrong. Yeah, exactly. Constipation and bloat. Yeah, and I hate to get like crass, but I just want to tell you guys that because there was seriously something affecting me in a negative way. And honestly, I was better off like literally not eating. You know. Oh, and I did go to Olive Garden. That was a bad idea because I was just all screwed up. Um, Leonard Burke is in the chat. He says, yeah, something definitely wrong with the food. Even with me eating only at home, my stomach is still fucked up. And that could be because I'm eating very little carbs right now. No, I don't think so. That's it. Vegas Woman 702 says, hi, barely found you. And I love how you tell women not to be cochinas because they'll never get a man like that. You are awesome. Thank you so much. I will say this too. And guys, sorry, you're going to have to bear with me. Like I said, I'm getting back into stream remote. I'm getting back into the things. Okay. And more importantly, I'm praying to Anime Jesus to deliver me from the sins of being a bad streamer. Okay. Anime Jesus, please help me. Anime Jesus, I'm here, Lord. Deliver me from the speech impediment of streamer rust. Okay. But between me, you, and Anime Jesus, guys, I feel like we can get it done. All right. That's right. Take a look at Anime Jesus. He's here to save the day. All right. So yeah, so that was something that really terrified me, quite frankly. I don't know, that was something that like I just and I could honestly I could see why people are so fat in America, eating all the food and all that stuff, man. It was crazy. It was really, 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 really crazy. So keep that in mind. But I will have to say that you got to definitely do your best to fucking not be involved with eating out, because honestly, it's just it like I'm literally at a loss for words. Like I just can't. It doesn't make sense to me. Like what is in the food, and I really feel like it's these seed oils and all these stuff that they've been talking about, right? Let alone the portion sizes and all that as well. Like people in chat are saying here. So there's a couple things. Another thing I wanted to say is this. Then here, this is the most important thing. Okay, honestly, on God, swear to God, and this is from the bottom of my heart. I really, really, really appreciate all you people who support me. I have been getting a lot of love, and it's human nature that we do this, but obviously I've been getting a lot of hate recently, mainly from that, like the fucking dirty girl from the whatever podcast, that crazy bitch. She and her little minions have been like sending me hate-filled shit like nonstop in my DMs and shit, and just talking a lot of shit, hating on me, telling me you're ugly and your message is trash and no woman will ever love you, and you're the only reason women are with you is because of your money, and just endless amounts of hate, and endless amounts of nastiness. But I'm really letting that overshadow all the great people I met on this trip. The girl from the whatever podcast, Matt, and all her little minions. There's been a sea of freaks that have come out of their little fucking troglodyte sewers and have just been hating on me hardcore. So that was just really, I mean, I don't think the human mind is like really equipped to like take so much fucking negative comments all the time. But I do want to say thank you to everybody who has been supporting me and who's been here since day one and who's been here since I started streaming at the beginning. I really appreciate you guys, seriously. So I'm still like getting like just a bunch of positivity and a lot of good like kind words from all you people, and I really appreciate it. And there's a great person right there. I mean, this guy has got a heart of gold, man. Thor, thank you so much for being here. Um, being a good friend to me. Thor was he was in California with me and Las Vegas. And yeah, like again, I just want to tell you guys thank you so much. Seriously, thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Like it's overwhelming. And it just blows my mind. It really, really blows my mind. All the support and love you guys give me. So I really appreciate that. So let me give you guys a little bit of a review. Okay. I'm gonna give you a city by city review. And then I'm gonna tell you what I want to do with the channel and everything moving forward and give you guys a little breakdown. Okay. Um, you know, when it comes to Miami, I would definitely say do not live there. I went to a fucking place in Miami, a club called Vendome. Okay. And love you too, Wendy. Wendy Jesus, my friend. I know, and that's her little inside joke because I know it's Wendy Jesus, but I call her Wendy Jesus. Miami, guys. I'll say I went to a club there called Vendome, and bro, let me tell you something, man. I bought 12 drinks there, and it was fucking $600. Miami is a fucking trap, bro. I cannot express how much the women in that fucking city suck. Miami has become the new LA. Like what LA was, like LA is just a total dog shit place now, right? But man, I tell you what, the girls in Miami, I'll tell you my entire Miami experience, right? Okay. So it was summed up by this. We were on the Fresh and Fit yacht party, right? And there was this white girl, and like I was just being nice to her because just like a decent human being. And we were like in this like little social group, little circle, we are chatting, whatever. And at the end, we were all kind of like separating, going our separate ways. And we were all kind of like exchanging Instagrams. So I'm going to get this girl's Instagram. She's going to get mine. She starts typing her information in, and then I start typing my stuff in on her phone. I pull my page up, I hit follow, and I hand it to her. And then she is like, she looks at it, she sees I have a bunch of followers, and she's like, oh, wow. She's like, I didn't know you were somebody. And I was just like, I was just like, you didn't know I was somebody. And I was just like, is that what we're doing nowadays? Are we just judging people based upon their follower count and their clout and all this shit? And I was just like, is this who you are? And I was just like, oh God. And this chick was fucking fat. This chick was a fatty. Oh my God. It was hilarious. And I just couldn't I don't know, I couldn't believe it. I just really couldn't believe it. When that happened. And it wasn't like my feelings weren't hurt or anything because like I do have clout, not that I care about that shit. That's one thing I got to tell you. I guys, I do not want to be famous. I do not want clout. I do not want recognition. All I want is my word and my message to get out to as many men as possible. That's my biggest thing. I want to make that very, 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 very clear. I hope that I never have come off as somebody who wants to be famous, because I certainly do not. Okay. I do not want to be famous. I do not value fame or whatever. That's not why I signed up to do YouTube. That's not why I did that. At all. And it will never be, because it's just not, that's just not, that's just, I don't know.
Take my money.
It's not. Shout out to Daniel G. Thank you so much. John, it was a pleasure to meet you. Glad you made it out to Toronto. You're 100% the real deal, and your message is solid. Money Muscles Game Frame for life. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's the thing. So that was really thing. And then, like, dude, honestly, I think I should just pull it. I can't pull it up for like YouTube music sake or whatever, because it's gonna get copyright strike. But I will just show you this. And like, I met this girl, right? And she's a good looking girl. She's a bartender, right? And I knew nothing was gonna happen. I knew nothing would come from it. But I tell you what, this just summed up my entire Miami experience. Like, okay. So there's this chick. I followed her, right? I followed her, and she has these highlights. And as soon as you click on the highlights here, I'm going to show you here. Oh, actually, I don't think. Oh, I have the privacy screen on. Fuck. God damn it. I think I might have to pull it up. I don't know. It was very Miami. It was very, very, very Miami. Here we go. Okay, just sent this to myself. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Just bear with me. It's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve to get back into the the swing of it. Oh, god damn it. All my shit was all malfunctioning too when I came back. I gotta relink this. Because I want to show you this shit. Because as soon as I saw this, I was just like, God in heaven, bro. God in heaven. Anime Jesus, take the wheel. Please, Anime Jesus, save us. Save us all. Here we go. Let me just show you what I saw. Fuck it. If I played the music and get demonetized, whatever. Okay.
Shut up and take my money.
Oh, shout out to Lord Venom with the $20 super chat. Also, MLD, so glad to see you back in the channel. F all the haters. Loved watching you and getting your message out there. You and Sharp kill it together. Adam SOS is a snake. Be careful with him. Future is bright. Much love. Respect. Why do you say Adam Saw's next to snake? He's been nothing but good to me. Natalia definitely hates me. Like, there's just no doubt in my there literally is just not a single doubt. That girl fucking hates me. And she is an entitled little brat. One thing I noticed too about American girls. Okay, so women who are attractive in America, they typically never get their views challenged at all. The ones that I have met, at least, when you challenge their views or you like push back, like they're almost like, like they're just, to an extent, you're just like, how dare you? Like, how dare you even fucking, assume that I'm wrong? And it just cracks me up, mate. Because looking at looking at these chicks, bro. Again, these girls sorry, my fucking computer is just being weird. I haven't turned this computer on in like a fucking month. I'm just gonna send this to, who can I trust? Augie, I'm gonna send you something because I need to send it to myself. Sorry, G. I trust you. My experience summed up right here. Okay. So don't fucking blow this girl up and be weird and stalk her or whatever. Okay. But okay. Okay, I'm gonna mute the audio. So this is my peak Miami experience. So this girl was a bartender at some place, and I got her Instagram, right? And then just take a look here. This is the first thing I saw, like on her highlights. So you just click here, and like that's literally the first thing she posts, like a close-up shot of her vagina with a fucking scorpion on it. Okay. Like, I just, I don't know. I, I don't know, guys. I will tell you this. I guess like some guys be like, "Oh yeah, bro, this is hot, this is sexy, bro." Blah 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 blah. Like, sorry, no. Like, I do not want to. Me personally, I do not want to date a girl who thinks that's a good idea. Like, I'm gonna make an Instagram highlight, and it's gonna be a close up of my vagina. Okay. Seeing that, it was just like, yikes. Yikes, McGikes, mate. Okay. So, yeah, man. It was just that was crazy. Um to see that. I will say this too. I can tell you guys confidently, without a shadow of a doubt, at the ripe age of 37 years old, I am so over the dating scene. I'm so over like hookup culture, all that shit. Because that's what it is. It is shit. If you like, here's the thing: if you're a guy, you do need to go out there. You need to get this shit out of your system. You need to get good with girls. You need to get good with girls so you can approach girls, talk to girls, be comfortable in your own skin, and get out there and not be a victim in the dating world. Okay, have choice. Okay, um, but then anything more than that, it's just too much, right? So like honestly, and in my analysis of people who are excessively in the dating field, especially men, right? Men and women too, but you know, obviously men are my expertise because we're a men's coach over here. Um, I will say that for you guys, like if you're out there and like you're sleeping around with chicks and stuff, honestly, anything more, if you once you get to 100 girls, once you fuck 100 girls, honestly, that's like pretty much all the validation you need. Anything more than that, um, that's probably a sign of some kind of deep rooted psychological issue you have deep down inside of you, some kind of emotional issue or something along those lines. Um, you know, it's unhealthy. You got to get out, right? If you're because the next thing you know, you're gonna find yourself in some dirty fucking favela in Brazil, tattooing a 1,500 lay count on your hand, and thinking this is some kind of alpha male shit. Um, if you consistently stay in the dating and you keep on chasing this shit, like bad things will happen to you. You can't just, it's a lie. This endless player thing, this endless, you know, I'm going to be happy and content. It's just a total lie. Um, you know, there are good women out there and it's up to you guys to find them. And good women are rare, just like good men are rare, you know? Um, Personally speaking, though, Miami, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I could never live there. I mean, when I'm there, you know, it's there to fresh and fit and get out. That's it. You know, um, at the end of the day, what is really going to find you a good amount of happiness in your life is being with a good woman and having a good life with her. Okay. Um, that's what's really going to make you happy, in my opinion. That's going to bring you contentment. Okay. Happy people and happy relationships, you know, they don't want to be around single people. They don't want to be around that shit because like single people are chaotic. Single people are fucked up in the head 9 times out of 10. And you know, yeah, it's a struggle out there. But like I tell you that I will say that you know, I can clearly say that that shit is out of my system for sure. You know, and I have no desire to go out there. You know, I was in clubs and stuff. You know, I went to nightclubs and stuff in Canada for Justin Marks boot camp with the guys and shit. But excuse me, I have no desire to go there. I have no desire at all. And I will tell you, it's a soulless city. It's you're not going to find quality women in Miami, Los Angeles, any liberal state, any big city liberal state. You're not going to find quality women. I mean, you're going to be hard. You're going to be pressed hard to find decent women out there. You'll find whores everywhere, because it's easy to be a whore. Because what's a whore do? Opens her legs and gets fucked and causes drama. Really, what kind of value does that bring to your life as a man, right? Yeah, exactly. And Wendy's in the house. She says it's true. Single women keep women single. It's true, man. A lot of these girls, they don't get it. They don't get it. Like, you can't, if you want to be in a relationship, you got it. Like, having single friends is like, what are you doing? Same thing for you dudes. Like, if you want to be in a relationship, like, hang out with your single guy friends. That's cool. But I mean, you're not going to have much in common with them. So Miami, maybe good for a dude trip, weekend trip, when you want to bang some hoes or whatever, but finding quality women, you're not going to find it in Miami. You're going to be hard pressed to find quality people in Miami, because Miami just attracts so many, like, bottom feeders and kind of people that are just after, like, that shallow lifestyle that, like, I want to go there and be somebody. I want to, like, no, like, I don't know. People chasing clout, people chasing fame, people chasing authority. I don't want those people near me at all. Right. I'll give you the Orlando review. Orlando's my hometown, right? I was there. I will say, traffic's getting a little bad there, but Orlando is geared up for families. That's what it's really for. The dating scene, I mean, you'd have to look around to make it happen, but again, Orlando's just kind of getting too liberal, and kind of, it's a little just not really a good scene. Cost of living's going up, but again, you guys, I tell you what, man, for you guys that are not getting your money right, not getting on your career, and you're chasing all these hoes, because that's what you're doing. You are chasing hoes. That's a negative ROI. That shit's gonna catch up with you, man. It's gonna catch up with you in a bad way. Orlando was okay. Dallas, I can't say too much. I was only in Dallas for a few days. I don't have too much of a lay of the land. Santa Barbara. Okay. Well, I will say this. When I was on the Whatever podcast and I was talking to all those girls, dude, it's crazy how indoctrinated these girls are out there in California. I did meet that one girl, Natasha, on the podcast, who doesn't wear makeup. And recently she, like, found God and stuff. She was a good girl. She's a sweetheart. I think, we were talking too, and, like, like, she's not a hoe. She's not out there hoeing. She's a decent individual. She's a decent girl, feminine. If you watch the Whatever podcast, she, like, got up and got me water twice. And she was a real sweetheart, real decent girl.
Shut up and take my money.
Big thing there. SJ, $2 Canadian. Did you do a podcast on Samson or God? Welcome to back. Yes, I have done a podcast on Samson. Maybe a former. No, she's only 20. She's only 20. Yeah, she's only 20. Yeah, Vegas Woman Summer says, when you have a good man, you don't have girlfriends anymore. It's true, man. It's cool. It's true. It's very true. Okay, so something that was surprising to me when I went to Las Vegas in Nevada. I will say, Las Vegas is cheap. The weather was surprisingly nice. The gun laws were pretty lax. The people seem pretty laid back. Now, again, I was only there for, like, about 4 or 5 days, but yeah, it was unreal. How much I enjoyed it. It was really cheap. It was super cheap, super cheap. And yeah, man, Cappy was out there. I got to link up with Aaron Clary. That was great. And yes, Las Vegas wasn't bad. Now, okay, and then let's talk about Toronto. Toronto was the last step of my trip. Okay, so I went up to Toronto to meet up with Justin Mark, but also to do a special type of inner game therapy that we are working on with Paul from Apex Mindset. And I went up there and I did the therapy, and I tell you, it definitely gave me a lot of clarity. It gave me a lot of perspective too. Um, it's it's wild to see how much of a clarity I had up there. Um, and we got a lot of good things coming, man. We got a lot of good things coming. So I will say this though, uh, Toronto was pretty dystopian, man. I don't know how you guys can live up there, but I don't know. I really could not live there. However, I will say this: Canadian people are actually really that nice. Like it's not a meme. Um, we were looking, excuse me, we were looking for a nightclub entrance, and it was freezing outside, and we stopped this beautiful girl casually. We're just like, hey, do you know where this place is? We were just like, because it was me and Paul, we were lost. And this beautiful girl in like a little black dress was freezing her butt off, got out her phone, stopped everything, and was like looking up the location for us, looking up like the Google Maps images and like doing all this stuff. And she was just like hardcore, just trying to help us. And she was beautiful too. A beautiful white girl, blonde hair. And I was just like, good Lord, she is such a nice girl. And people there. I will say this though, when I was in Toronto, man, Toronto has some very, very, very ugly people there, dude. There are some seriously, I saw some people, I was just like, how are you alive? Because these people were like huge, not taking care of their skin, clearly on drugs, like just seeing a bunch of just like crazy shit that I was up there. Some ugly motherfucking people up there in Toronto, dude. Seriously. But on the flip side, I have seen some seriously gorgeous people up there. Beautiful women, really good looking, handsome men too. Like good looking people. Like, it was like they were probably less than 10% of the population. But when they were good looking, they were good looking. But when they were ugly, believe you me, like they were fucking ugly. These people were like, oof, do not get in the same elevator as me, lady. Do not. I will tase you. You are too ugly to be near me. Because I had seen some fucking ugly, man. It was scary. Like I was just like, God damn, and I'm coming from America, there's like a bunch of fucking ugly fat people over there. So that was something else, mate. That was something else. So turn this down my headphones a little too. Okay. But yeah, like I had seen some fucking ugly people, man. I was just like, God damn. God damn. I'm happy not to be ugly, you know? But the uglies still act like tens. No, I never really got any pompous behavior from anybody in Canada, to be honest with you. I had a good time in Canada. Would I live there? Hell no. I can understand why Richard Cooper is such like a stuck up cunt because Canada, like, dude, like I was there when I got to Canada. It was like 3 days in a row. It was like the same lighting, the same temperature, and the same color in the sky for like literally 3 days in a row. Okay, I was just like, yikes, man! Like this is just not okay. This is crazy, So yeah, there was a lot, man. That was a lot. I will tell you this though, despite the Canadian like crazy laws and stuff, because I think the biggest thing holding people back from healthy relationships right now in the West, it really is these divorce laws. I'm convinced. I'm really convinced. If they make these divorce laws more fair and not so biased, I think people will be in better position. I will say this too. A lot of women have been reaching out to me, and like they don't even need to, but a lot of women have been reaching out to me in my DMs and on the comments and have been saying, listen, thank you so much. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for everything. Okay. Um, because a lot of these girls are fed up with this feminism bullshit. A lot of them are. Um, there are women like from around the world. Like there's a British girl that hit me up the other day, and you know, we were chit chatting back and forth in the DMs, and she sent me the nicest and sweetest message saying that, like, well, I bought into the feminism line, it's all trash and I hate it. And I really appreciate your message. You're a great person, you're a great guy. And I've got a bunch of messages from, like I said, good looking women too. Like, these are not ugly women. And this is not me like being patronizing. Like, these are like some good looking women, and like by my standards, good looking, not by like American. Oh, we're all kind of ugly and therefore we're all 10 standards. No, this is like by me, critical MLD standards. Okay. Um, so I do think like it's not as doom and gloom and black pill as people say it is. I think the majority of the problem is you guys just aren't out there getting out there and talking to women, and you have to understand that finding a quality person in this life is a hard thing to do. It's a very, very, very hard thing to do. Okay. But that's because it's rare. Just like it's rare to own one Bitcoin. That's why, like, just like it's rare to become a millionaire. It's rare to be a multimillionaire, right? Finding a good woman, finding a quality woman, it is hard. It's a rare thing to do. And, you know, it's a numbers game and it's going to take time. But guys, my message is still here, man. Money, muscles, game, frame. Okay, we have like over 1,500 people on the waiting list for the free book I'm going to be putting out. Okay, the free book is Money, Muscles, Game, Frame, and you know, it's possible, guys. It is totally possible. Okay. And in my opinion, that is where you're going to find good happiness. That's where you're going to find good meaning in your life. I'm going to share something too that no one really knows about. Okay. So I will tell you something, and I believe that this happened to me for a reason. Okay. When I was in Toronto, I was actually hospitalized for one day. Something happened to me, and I kept it off of the um, social media, and I kept it secret. And I really didn't want to tell anybody what happened until I got a clear understanding of why what happened. Okay. So when I was in Toronto, right, um, I went to, like, I was checking everything out. I was having a good time. And as you know, in Toronto, there are legal edibles there, right? And I like to use edibles to help me sleep and just chill out, right? Especially at the tail end of this trip, I was so tired. I was so just messed up and just like, oh, I'm fucking just want to go home. Just want to go home and go back to Japan and just get on my life, right? Um, so I was there, and when you take an edible, right, the normal dosage is 10 milligrams, typically, right, per one thing. And so I've been in California. I had been in uh, Las Vegas, and then some of the guys from the Purple Pill podcast gave me some crazy strong edibles. And so I had, I've been taking edibles here and there and just kind of like, chilling out, right? And so what happened was I went to this show, or went to this shop, and this guy was like, "Hey, you should try these edibles. They're really cool. Like, they're only available in Canada." I was like, "Cool, whatever." And so each edible was 200 milligrams, right? And so I didn't know how strong 200 milligrams is or whatever. And so I was just like, yeah, like, the guy was like, be careful. I was like, shut up, you're Canadian, right? And you know, I ate I ate like 4 of these 200 milligram edibles. And so then, they hit me at nighttime, whatever the case may be. And so I took them, and I'm feeling whatever. And so then I went to bed, right? So I woke up in the morning and um something was happening. I couldn't catch my breath. So I woke up and I felt like a huge gassy kind of pain in my stomach. And then, when you take a deep breath like this, right? And then at the end of the breath, you can feel the oxygen kind of catch in your lungs, right? So what was happening to me was I would take the deep breath, but at the end, it would probably only catch like 5 to 10% of the oxygen. So I felt like I was dying. I felt like couldn't breathe, right? And so my heart rate was through the roof, and it was becoming extremely difficult for me to read. So I'm in this fucking Airbnb, right? I'm putting on my clothes. I'm freaking out. It's 6:00, 6:30 in the morning, and I can barely like I can barely breathe. I go downstairs and I see this guy, this young kid. All right. So and this really, like, this was all an enlightening moment for me, all the shit that happened. So there's this fucking 19-year-old kid, this little Indian kid, which, by the way, I didn't know Toronto was the fucking second capital of India with all fucking Indian people there. This kid is looking at me. He's probably 19 years old. This kid is a gigantic pussy. And he sees me freaking out, and he is paralyzed. And this is the security guard on site. Okay. So you have this little fucking pussy of a kid who is not a man. You could tell he has no fucking backbone, and he's just a complete fucking worm of an individual. He looks at me like I'm inconveniencing him. And I'm like, look, motherfucker, call the ambulance right now. So he calls the ambulance, and I'm standing there, and I can feel myself losing consciousness. And I really think at this point, I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna fucking die in this goddamn fucking Airbnb with fucking Kirpal here, who can't even make a goddamn call to the ambulance because he's too much of a fucking pussy, right? So I'm here. Kirpal is freaking out and not doing his fucking job. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, here I am, 37 years old, going to die of mystery causes, right? I had no idea that it was related to the edibles, right? So I'm feeling guilty because I want to call my mom, and I'm thinking, like, shit, and what I'm going to do, like, call my mom and gas to death on FaceTime and fucking just, freak her out. So I'm just thinking, I'm on this on my own. So he calls the fucking ambulance, and I'm just thinking to myself, breathe, 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 right? Just focus on breathing. So they put me in the ambulance, and they start giving me oxygen and shit, and I still can't breathe. I get to the hospital, and they fucking put me in front of this fucking doctor. This black bitch, this woman, was so rude and nasty to me. And she was just like, just so cold. Like at this point where I'm just suffering and feeling terrible, all I'm wanting is some human warmth and affection to comfort me, because I'm fucking literally think I'm going to die. The only person who gave me like a smidgen of that was like this guy that was the paramedic. This guy was like relatively nice to me, right? So I'm there. This doctor is just being a fucking total cunt to me. Nasty bitch. And mouthing off to me. She's like, the EKG says you're fine. Everything says you're fine. She's like, I don't know why you're acting like this, but you need to stop. And I'm like, bitch, I'm sorry to inconvenience you with a medical emergency and you being a doctor. I apologize. Okay. Do you have a corner I could go and fucking die in so I could just let you get on with your day today? She was so fucking rude and such a nasty bitch, dude. And so what they did, like, they didn't have a proper room to put me in. So they put me in this corridor. Okay. And this is where the message for you comes into place out there, guys. Okay. They put me in the corridor and I'm in there with this woman. She's probably 70, 80 something years old, right? They're neglecting this woman and she just starts screaming at the top of her lungs. Help! Help me! Help me! Help! I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Help me. Help me. And she's screaming at the top of her lungs. Okay. And I'm seeing this and I'm there and I'm just thinking, like, good Lord. Like, this woman has no loved ones. This woman is here in the fucking Canadian health system and no one cares for her. No one fucking is taking care of her. And this woman is like literally just screaming to like for help. And she's so desperate that that's what she's doing. Right. And it was so heavy. Finally, they come somebody there to comfort her and take care of her. And then some other doctor comes. This white lady. She was nice. And she came over and she was like, okay. She's like, what happened was you took too much of these edibles. And what it did was it short circuited your nervous system into like you having a panic attack. And that's what's happened. Your body is reacting to like panic and shit. And she's like, everything's gonna be okay, but it's just as a time thing and you just need time. And at this point, I was starting, this was like probably, I've been in the hospital now about 2 hours. I had been in this hallway with this screaming lady for like fucking 30, 40 minutes, right? And so they transfer me to like another waiting room to like chill out. So now I'm like in a waiting room and like it's like a room and there's like those like curtain rooms they make. So they put me in this like curtain room. And then I hear my neighbor next to me. Okay. Um and it's an older man. Okay. So now this man is in his probably 80s or something. And he is literally screaming at the top of his lungs and like fighting with the medical staff and fighting with the nurses and saying, I know my rights. I know my rights. Just let me die. I hate you people. Fuck off. Yeah. And just like fighting and stuff. Right. And so this guy's going crazy. He literally rips off his clothes and he's like, just like laying there. And he's just going crazy. So at one point, I was like hearing him and I'm just like, this guy sounds like he's feral. So I just like, get out of bed and I go look, I peek and I look in the fucking curtains and I realize like, he's covered in scabs and, again, no family, nobody there to take care of him, nothing. Right. And so I'm sitting there and I'm just thinking to myself, Jesus fucking Christ, bro, this is not how I want to die. This is not how I want to live my life. And I'll tell you what, okay? And I realized this, all the money I have, all the clout, all the accolades or whatever bullshit people think is fucking important, okay? None of that shit could have saved me at that moment in my Airbnb when I was literally on death's fucking doorstep. And none of that shit will save you guys either. And none of that shit matters. Like, I get it. You got to get your money right. You got to take care of yourself. You got to pay your fucking bills. I get it. Right. But it made me realize that If you don't have family, if you don't have people that love you, if you don't have good, solid connections around you, you're fucked. It's only a matter of time. Like literally, you're fucked. It's only a matter of time before you're in a situation where you're completely fucked. That was the only point in my trip that I did not have immediate access to a trusted member of the Masculine Empowerment Network with me. I was in Vegas. Me and Sam were bunking together. We had an Airbnb. In Orlando, I was with my friends. In Dallas, I was with Brent Caldwell. In Miami, I had the Fresh and Fit boys and the whole squad down there. In Santa Barbara, I had the team as well. Thor, everybody was there. But it made me realize, man, you know, this lie that people think that you can just live this life and be this like forever single person and rely on nobody, and I'm just this fucking standalone individual. And I don't need people. I don't need anybody around me. It's bullshit. Because everybody in this little corner of the men's self-improvement side of the internet, you know what they say? You know, they say like, oh, well, you know, this bitch she's a single cat lady and she's going to die alone. Ha, 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 ha. But you guys have to remember, for every single cat lady there is out there, there's a single dude also that's also going to die alone. You do realize that, right? You guys do realize that, right? um and that was a big eye-opening moment for me. It was a big life-changing moment for me, because I realized that, you know, it's super important to have a family. It's super important to build somebody, you know. Yeah, something, you know, you want to build something with somebody, you know. And even here, look at this. Look at this dumb shit. Ryan Ganglehoff, dying is something you have to do alone. Dude, just fuck off. This channel's not for you, you fucking moron. If that's what you took away from this entire step, then you're one of those people that are just fucked. You're never gonna make it. You're never gonna amount. Like, you're just fucked in the head if that's what you have to fucking, if that's what what you took away from all this shit. Okay. What I'm trying to tell you is that, you know, it's important for you to build relationships and build a good life. Okay. It's extremely important. Have you ever tried to build some? Yes, I did. And I foolishly threw it away because I'm fucking stupid.
Shut up and take my money.
But now I'm wise again. Uncle Luke, I'll read this real quick. 1980s. That's why I wonder if some men take the red pill message too far. What do you think, MLD? Men are going to be lonely too. Yes, red pill message can get toxic if not checked. Dude, let me tell you something. I am not like red pill. Okay, like the red pill has adopted me, but I am me. That's why I'm just saying that I'm doing my thing. Okay, and I always say this. Okay, men and women are better together, and I always say this too. You get in, you learn dating, and you get out. Okay? You get in, you learn dating, and you get out. You find yourself a good woman, you go live a good, quiet life. You try your best to make it happen. Okay? That's how you're going to find contentment. You know, Jordan Peterson said something the other day that I saw. I don't know where the clip is, but you know, the clip he says is, your life is not fucking Mai Tais in Jamaica. Okay, your life is not, you know, fucking mojitos in Cuba on a girl's trip. Okay. You know what your life is? It's your wife looking into your eyes, making you coffee every morning and saying, hey, I love you, honey. Here's your coffee. Okay. That's your life. Your life is fucking, your best friend who always picks up the call when you need him, who goes to the gym with you, who goes to the movie theaters with you. That's what's really important in this life. I'm telling you guys, this whole bullshit, you guys, when it's, I want clout. Oh, I've got to get these hoes. Fuck these hoes, man. Fuck, like that's your life. You're going to go through your whole life saying, fuck these hoes, these bitches are shit. You know? I tell you, it was a wake up call for me. Okay. Oh yeah, I missed the super chat. Sorry, let me read this real quick. Demons Row. $10 super chat. Saw you on Saucecast was epic. Did you see the woman fighting off the attacker in the gym? Yes. There's so much men versus women gym videos moving around now. What do you think about that? I don't think much about it. It's just like, here's the deal. Okay. Oh, what a sweetheart. This motherfucker, right? CJ, I gotta get me those edibles. Jesus Christ, no, you do not want those. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Abraham Lincoln. Fuck these hoes is just a guy's version of feminism. Is that you, Brandon? Um, but it was an eye opening moment for me, and I have to I'm just gonna keep it real, right? It really was, and I've seen that old man and that old woman screaming in the depths of the halls of that fucking cold, heartless, fucking Canadian healthcare system. Is a cold and heartless place, man. I do not want to die in a place like that. Okay. I do not want to that's not going to be my life. That's not going to be my legacy. So like I'm actively and like I am going to like there's no doubt I am going to get married and I'm going to have a family. And not married in the sense that like, I'm going to get fucked in the law. I'm going to protect all my assets and be smart about it, but at the same time I also trust myself to do the right thing and choose a good woman. But I will tell you guys that, man, you guys got to start planning now for don't worry, my edibles days are over. I'm not taking those shits. No, Wendy's so worried about me. Don't take any more edibles until you're married. Then Jesus, MLD. I'm okay. Listen, I'm fine. But again, like, and this is not like Canadian healthcare system. That's not what I'm talking. If you guys thinking about that, Jesus Christ, you guys are lost. What I'm trying to tell you is that, again, all the money, all the clout, all the fucking hoes I fucked, my body count, my notches, how many plates I have, all that shit didn't matter when I needed shit to matter the most. And I believe that this happened for a reason. I do believe this happened for a reason. It happened at the end of my trip for a reason. And it's just it's true. I mean, you guys sitting there, you think you motherfucking people think some of you people out there think you're gonna live forever. And a lot of you guys think that this shit is, this shit is a game. And I'm fine. I see you guys saying fine, God, love you, stay strong. I'm not rattled or anything. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. But I'm telling you, there are times in life where things happen to you and they are life-changing moments. And that for me, the situation of having the fucking, having that little fucking Indian kid who was a total pussy. I was like, this is why men need to man up, because this little fucking pussy couldn't even do his fucking job. This guy needs to man the fuck up. And having these little pussies around in positions where people's lives are at stake is not okay. And then again, seeing the woman screaming at the top of her lungs, freaking out in that hospital, and then them moving me into another room, and then coincidentally there's an old man also there screaming and freaking out, you know? Um like and theoretically, could it be a coincidence? Yeah. Was this a sign from God? I don't know, but I'm just telling you personally how this affected me and how this changed my life and made me realize like this shit, like you guys think you're going to live forever.
Shut
You
up and
think
take my money.
you're just going to go out there and chase hoes and I'm going to be this infinite player. I'm going to fuck these hoes all the way into my 40s and 50s and nothing wrong ever going to happen to me. And it's just low IQ and it's stupid. Okay. It's stupid. Uncle Luke again with the $2. Thank you, MLD. This space needs a voice of reason. It does get old. It is. Look, I can confidently say I have mastered the art of picking up and seducing women, and I'm bored with it. I'm bored with it, and honestly, I'll be honest with you. For me personally, guys, at this point in my life, anytime I see thoughtery, anytime I see hoe shit, anytime I see like any kind of like, sexual scandal stuff, even on TV, I do not want to see it. I am repulsed by it. I want a good, peaceful, calm, happy life. And I will tie it back to this. Right there. Um, you know, one thing I noticed, my brother, right? My brother's never had money. He just finally got a decent job thanks to Sam and the guys in the Masculine Empowerment Network helping him get a job in the as a programmer. He's making like $87,000 a year now, and it's really good because they've never made that much money in their entire life, right? And this is really wise here. When I'm going to keep this, I'm going to keep that on the screen. That's really wise. My brother got his girlfriend pregnant when they were 20, and they got married, and now he's 31, and they have 3 kids. And when I was hanging out with my 2 nephews and my niece, it just kind of like, because I'm in this position now. I'm a guy who's made millions of dollars, and I have a voice on the internet, and people listen to me, and people recognize me, whatever. So I'm constantly like in a position where I'm like, when I meet people now, I'm like slightly like, okay, what's your fucking agenda? Like, what's your angle? Like, what do you want from me? And I'm always like business mind, like, okay, what can I bring to the table? What can you give me? What can I give you? How can we work this out? Always like kind of crunching numbers and being Mr. Analytical, Mr. Businessman, right? Mr. fucking multi-million-dollar earner guy. But when I was hanging out with the kids, it just it kind of blew my mind. Um, you know, that when I was hanging out with them, I was so happy, and it was like completely for free. Like I was like, wow, like I'm just happy with these kids, and like this is not costing me money. This is not costing me anything. Like I'm just content. And like we were watching, the kids were watching Naruto.
Shut up and take my money.
And my little baby niece, she loves me, and was snuggling up to me in the bed. She's like, Uncle John, I really like your shorts. They're so nice, because I was wearing I have these flower pattern shorts from Celine that I picked up. And she's like, I really like your shorts. They're so nice. And she's like 4. And then they were telling me like, oh, my brother just got a house. And I was just like, whoa, they're building it. They're building their house south of Orlando, right? So we drove south of Orlando, and we get into this house, and I would just tell my brother, I was like, man, but you're going to be out here all alone. Like there's going to be nobody here. You're going to be out, here in like this kind of area. I was just like, are you okay with that? And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I'll have my wife and I'll have my kids. He's like, that's all I need. And then his wife was like, yeah, we just need each other. And for me, it was just like, you know, it just blew my mind. It really did blow my mind. It was just kind of like shit, you know? And yeah, you know, the day after the hospital's good. I linked up with Paul from Apex Mindset, and it was so funny. This is why I love having Paul around, because as soon as I met him, right, he immediately gave me a complete sit rep of what happened to me, why it happened, and how we can recover it. He brought me some kava. He brought me some powdered magnesium to like reduce my stress levels and everything. And he was just there for me. You know, Paul seriously is Paul is my brother for life, man. Paul from Apex Mindset is like, you guys don't get how much of a good person that guy is. Like, fuck YouTube, fuck all this no cloud, no, how many subscribers does he have? Paul is a legitimately good man, and he's a good friend, and he's very talented, and he's really good at helping people, man. And so I'm just so happy to have people like him in my life, you know. Curry, $10 super chat. I wouldn't call it a life changing event. Your purpose and goals haven't changed. It sounds like a life affirming event, something to double down on. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I will. I know I'm telling you right that, man. I'm telling you true, man. Um, you know, it is it's definitely, and you know what's funny? Me and Tate used to talk about it back in the day. He's like, because you know, he's kind of, we were both kind of on the same thought. Like, it doesn't matter how many bitches you have, if you go home to a house where no one loves you, none of that matters. Chasing hoes, all that bullshit, none of that matters, right? And yeah, that was a big thing that kind of opened my eyes, you know, because we were sitting here and everybody's like, "Oh, what about my career? What about my career's important?" You know, all, and the biggest ones are gonna get fucking conned are the women, bro. You know, thinking like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna choose a career." Yeah, you end up fucking screaming, dying alone in a fucking corridor of some hospital where nobody cares about you. Okay, think about this. Think about this. If your mom needed you right now in a medical emergency, would you go and help her? The answer is yes, right? 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, you're going to say yes, right? You're going to go and take care of her. That woman didn't have that. That man didn't have that in those hospitals. You know, and coincidentally, I was talking to my great friend Alex here in Tokyo, and I was texting him on Sunday. I was like, "Hey man, what's going on?" I was like, "I want to hang out with you." And he was like, "Hey," he's like, "Sunday's daddy daughter day." I was like, "Say no more, bro. Do your thing." He's like, "I'm spending time with her and taking care of her now while she's young, so she'll love me when I'm old and take care of me." I was like, "Yeah," because his parents are in, you know, his is, you know, fucking, they're in a bad position too, like always fighting, hate each other and shit, and he's not like that at all, man. So, you know, yeah, man, I'm just looking at everything and realizing like that's what is, um you know, that's what's important. Family, good relationships and stuff, you know. And that's what I'm going to build the masculine empowerment network into, right? We're going to continue to build this as a solid network of men who are connected, educated, here for each other, and a network of integrity, a network of good people. So, you know, didn't expect that to happen on the YouTube tour. Didn't expect to go giga viral like I am too. I thought I would just, you know, get a couple thousand. Did not expect to amass these like literally tens of millions of views and all of this stuff, man. Um, yeah, Meows, a shout out to you, baby. She says, at the end of the day, no matter what your status is, your family is really all you got. and should you choose to have one, right? But and I'll tell you something, fucking you don't have like, and look at us, look at us humans, look at humanity, look at everything. Like, how the fuck are you gonna tell me? People are like, well, I'm just choosing not to have a family. Really? Like, so all of humanity behind us was completely wrong. Men and women getting together, staying together, having a family, making a good thing, contributing to society. Really? Like, no disrespect, God bless the man, but like, as amazing of a world changing work that Kevin Samuels did, he fucking as much he was talking all this shit, and he literally he died alone. Or did he die with some nurse bitch with him? You know, from a heart attack. Regardless, like, it's not me, man. It's not what I want. And that's why everybody's so fucking, that's why everybody's so miserable out here too, Jimmy Him says he thinks he has a daughter. Oh, I didn't know that. He died with a nurse who probably moonlighted with the CIA. Well, there's another story, right? But that was me, guys. I'll just tell you, that's just my personal thing. And I always say what I say. You learn the skills for dating. You get in, you get out. Okay. And that's the answer right there. A lot of people that I know were that are happy and content right now, they're just living quiet lives. They're living quiet lives, They're not really out there running, bouncing around. Oh, I need to go to the club, my dog. Yeah, let's go club. Let's pop bottles. It's VIP. You know? No, man. That's not the life I want to live. You know? And I tell you, like, when you have all the success and you have all the money and all this shit, right? But if you don't have anybody to celebrate it with, if you don't have anybody to enjoy it with, you know, it's nothing. It's worth nothing. It's worth nothing. You know what I mean? So that's that. I bet you weren't expecting to hear that this morning. Who was that a wake up call for anybody? I hope it was. It wasn't like a I want attention shit that I was trying to do. Like, I'm just keeping 1,000 like I always do. Do I even need to add a fucking disclaimer? Really? I mean, I keep it 1,000 as always. You know, and that's the thing. I just want to. That's the thing. I want to have a good, happy family life now. Okay, that's what I want. I want to be a good, happy family life. That's the MLD. That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna keep on helping guys out. I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna still tell the guys this thing. Um, you gotta keep on pushing. You gotta keep on keeping on. And money muscles game frame doesn't change. Doesn't change. MLD needs a good, nice Midwest farmer girl. I'll take him. Tony Chavez is a beautiful. Thank you, John. I love you, Tony. I love all you guys. And for you guys that met up with me, just keeping it 1,000, man. That shit was scary. It was dark. It was not fun, man. And the thing is this, you guys, like I don't think a lot of you guys, I don't think a lot of people in general have really grasped the concept that you are going to die. There are no ands, ifs, or buts about it. And how you go is you know what I mean? I just pray to God I go peacefully, and that's what I plan to do. Just kind of just live a good, calm life, and keep pushing forward, guys, and strive for a good, calm, peaceful life. Trauma, scandal. People tell me, "Oh, I want to fuck this girl, but she has a boyfriend or a husband." No, what the fuck? Get away from that shit. Run away from that. It's gonna bring problems in your lives. Beyond says we have two lives. The second begins when we realize we only have one. You know. Yeah. It's true. Red Pill Arabic gave, I think it's like he gave me 5,000 Jordanian dinars. I'm sorry, I forget the name of the currency. He says, I got this epiphany. I got engaged recently to a young Muslim modest girl. Keep it up, brothers. Thank you, my man. Thank you. We're gonna do more collaborations. We're gonna have you on Dude Party and stuff. Yeah, here you go. Peace and blissful life is a blessing. Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna be starting for now. You know, I just don't want to. I gotta tell you, like,
Shut up and take my money.
I have no desire. I have no desire to go to clubs. I have no desire to, go bang some hoes or whatever. I'm so over that. But like I said, it was good. It was eye opening, and yeah, we're just gonna keep on pushing forward here on the channel. I'm not stopping. I'm just gonna keep on doing what I do back and just giving back to the world, giving back to the young men who need help, and showing them the mistakes I made so that they do not have to make them, and so they can alleviate themselves from as much pain and suffering as possible and just live a good life, right? Um, that's what I would say. So for real, oh, Jason, you're doing great. You're doing beyond great. Jason, you're a great guy, man. But yeah, like that's it. I'm just trying to keep it I'm trying to keep it as you know, as real as possible. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. So what I'm gonna do, I guess you guys want to see me do breakdowns of the shows that I've been doing. So I'll be doing that for the rest of February, most likely. How many days we got? How many days are left in February? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I can't do it in 6 days. There's a lot of fucking content. We love you too, Wendy. But yeah, man, we'll just keep pushing forward this, and then I'm cooking up something for you guys, and we're gonna have a good 2023. I think it was good that we had that little wake up call, whatever, what do you want to call it, at the beginning of the year here. But again, I'm here just to help. That's what I hear. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you guys. I'm not here to be entertaining and start some YouTube drama. I'm not about that life. And I would pray to God I would never be like that. But you know, we're all in this together. And I truly love you guys and appreciate every single one of you for watching me. And you've been here on this long journey with me. And when I come out there and I meet you people in real life, you know, it's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm gonna do men again. Masculine Empowerment Network is never going away. I'm gonna keep doing that. This is not like a fucking cute little thing I'm gonna do here and there. Like, this is a real life thing. These are real men in the chat. Like, I have met you guys. Like, I have met Rafferty. I have met Phil. I have met all these people. Right? Wendy, you're so nice. I love you. You just honestly, these things make me feel so nice when you write that. MLD, you're doing great work, and you'll get the life you deserve because of the work you do. Thank you, and yeah, I will. Shout out to Double X. He says $10 super chat. This was excellent. Thanks for sharing. So, anyways, that's all I gotta say. Love you, dudes. Love you, girls out there. Love everybody watching me. Appreciate you. And again, like, I'm just keeping it real. Telling you what happened to me. I thought that dude in the Canadian fucking edible shop was a pussy. I was like, don't you tell me what to do. Do you know how many followers I have on YouTube? How dare you? Do you know who I am? How dare you? Don't tell me I can't do this. Oh boy, I should go back and give that guy a hug. Yeah, man. Crazy time. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.